Trading Festival of the Year is what it's been labeled. It's just this remarkable experience and event that I see coming to fruition where you're challenging the normal financial industry event, right? Where you come in loud, you come in bright, you come in happy, colorful. Where did this spur from? How did this come to fruition? And how did you take on this remarkable challenge in which you are doing?
Well, it's to be fair, it came from an idea from a company called the Fivers, who I've got to know pretty well. They're based in Israel. My
Mhm.
background is uh, I run events. I run events around the world. That's my day job. Has been for the last 12 years, and love doing that. And but I'm also a trader, and I've been a trader, a retail trader, for about the same amount of time. So for about 6 years of that, pretty unsuccessfully is the word I'm trying to avoid using, but I better use it. Uh,
Yeah.
but for the last 6 years, much more successfully. So I'm a I'm a retail trader that's still around
Mhm.
and knows the game and is making a reasonable fist of it.
Mhm.
So I came to the knowledge of a few brokers and the Fivers, and we ended up having a conversation one day, and we were talking about trading events and the fact that trading events are often a bit dry, are often a little bit, probably for aiming at a kind of set of people that maybe just want to sit and listen for an hour to someone talking about mean reversion strategies,
Yeah.
and it wasn't really cutting it for anybody. We were talking about this, and anyway, long story short, we ended up having a conversation about, well, could we do this better? Is there a way of actually creating something which does give people all the kind of content that they want, all the really interesting insights that can be provided, but do it in such a way that people walk away from that at the end of the day thinking, I've just had a blast. I've just had the best time. And
Mhm.
I've also learned a ton of stuff that I'm going to be able to implement Monday morning. So we threw this idea around for a few months, and the more we talked about it, the more compelling we found it. And long story short, again, we decided to press the green button on it. And essentially, I was given the task uh, with the Fivers saying, hey, let's go and find a venue, let's go and find a concept, let's go and create something that actually delivers this. And so, for the course of the last 6, 7, 8 months, I've been doing exactly that in partnership with the Fivers. It's really just trying to make this happen. And we're very close to it now. And I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah, no, you're not the only one. I'm absolutely thrilled to be attending as well. I am really looking forward to it. It's incredible what you've done because I've had the privilege to be able to attend some of these events prior, some of these generic finance events which you talked about. It feels very B2B. It almost feels like the brokers are having a measuring contest, and the retail traders are kind of sitting there going, I don't care. And a lot of the time, I found that that was the case. So you've really changed it, and I guess it's the ability of being a trader yourself to come from the trader's perspective and deliver what you really wanted to see at those events you've attended. What you really wanted to be a part of it. Was that a key part of the decision making? Was that a tough transition to make, or did that just come naturally in it? Like, nah, we're doing it like this from the get go.
Well, like you, I've been to quite a few events. And one of the things that I used to see is just, as you say, one broker after another saying, hey, look at our latency, look at our spreads. The next one would get up and say, hey, look at our latency, look at our spreads. And it would just go on and on.
Mm.
And one of the things we decided really early in this was, hey, brokers are part of the value chain. They've got a right to be there, but they can't dominate. So
Mm.
what we've got to make sure is actually what's dominating this event are two things: education, absolutely centre to it, and secondly, fun. And we just wanted to marry those two concepts of education and a blast, and that really was it. Now, that doesn't mean that people are not going to walk away from that uh, feeling shortchanged about the kind of concepts and ideas that they're going to be able to walk away with. It's a
Mm.
The most important part of this is that retail traders walk away better equipped to make money than when they walked in at the start of that day. But we think clearly there's a way of doing that people also have a great time, share a beer, have a blast, and but at the same time take in all this really amazing knowledge that we're going to be able to impart to people.
It is truly remarkable, the lineup that we've got playing at the event and speaking at the event. I've actually, there's a few rumors there's a couple of comedians attending the event. Is that part of the little fun twist which you guys are bringing?
Yeah, there's all kinds of things going on there. I mean, one of the things we wanted to do really is just give people a bit of a chance to step away from purely the full on trading experience, which will be plenty. But also, we want people to experience a few different things. So there'll be race car simulators, there'll be VR, and yeah, there'll be people talking about, just raising the level of entertainment. This is about education and entertainment. And the entertainment part means that we have to think outside the box a little bit in terms of what we have there, because we want people to be entertained as well as educated. So yeah, there'll be comedians, there'll be all kinds of things going on if people just want to step away, have a bit of fun for 15 minutes before they start thinking about the next trend following system or whatever. It's a real mix of those things. I think for me, going back to your earlier question about is this an easy transition? It is a relatively easy transition because, at the end of the day, we just sat down and asked ourselves, what would we want? What would we want to experience that's differentiated away from the standard kind of stuff, but at the same time is delivering the kind of key deliverables? And I think we've got that pretty well nailed down now.
Fantastic. So coming from a trading background, not as the event producer, okay, I want to go Ken the trader. I'm asking you, what is it that you're so excited for about this event? What is that standout thing that as a trader you went, oh, I'm so glad we're doing that?
Well, that's all about content. I mean, one of the things that I've learned over, 12 years I've been trading is that it's a constant learning process.
Oh, yeah.
It's, the stuff I know now compared to the stuff I knew back in 2015 is completely different. My trading style is completely different. My approach to the markets is completely different. My knowledge about the markets is completely different. Now, I never invented any of that stuff. That all came from other people sharing that information with me and me accessing that information. So purely from a trading perspective, it's very much about that in terms of what I'm going to be able to learn from the people who are going to be there, which is very exciting for me. I'd go to this if I wasn't organising it. I'd be the 1st one buying the ticket, no question. The second thing I'm interested in is it's going to be full of like-minded people. One of the issues about trading, it can be a lonely existence. A lot of people sat in a room on their own, scratching their head, wondering why their stop loss just got hit. And that can be the true experience for many people. And there's very few opportunities to sit down with people, like-minded people, share war stories, share ideas, share successes, share a beer. It doesn't happen in the trading world. Just doesn't happen amongst retail traders. And one of the things we wanted to do, and one of the reasons that we made this in person only and not accessible online, is that we want people physically to connect. And I've never been to an event really that allowed and really promoted that connection. And this event is really going to do that.
Yeah, it's powerful, and that's one of the biggest value grabs from my opinion, especially coming from that traders. And I'm coming from the other side of the world to attend this event, so that for me is just a remarkable chance to network, and it's something I discussed in a lot of the content we do. It's not a matter of whether you are going to learn from some of the best of the best. Like, that's a positive. You are going to meet some great people, but you're going to chat to people who truly understand the ins and outs of what it's like to be a trader. Whether they're successful, whether they're just starting, they resonate. They understand. They've gone through the hardship. They've gone through the 6 years that you went through, the 5 years that you went through before you started finding profitability. And it's a tough journey, which a lot of people in the outside world don't really understand. They can say they understand or they get it and it makes sense, but you can, when someone, you can look someone in the eyes and they truly understand what that journey is. And that's one of the biggest value adds for this event. It's not going to be full of people trying to sell me on one thing or do this or do that. It's just going to be a bunch of traders getting together, talking about trading, talking about what it's like, how difficult it is, how easy it is, depending on the person, couple of beers, and have a great laugh. And I think that's just remarkable.
Yeah, it's a great thing. It's one of the major things I'm looking forward to because traders are actually quite rare. I can't remember when I've met another trader just in normal life. I never go into a bar or a pub and someone says, "Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm long, Aussie dollar." I mean, it just never happens. And so actually, and every trader I know loves to talk trading. They just love to talk trading. I love to talk trading. I could literally talk 24 hours a day to people about trading, but there's no opportunity to, or there's very few opportunities to. So one of the key things about this is just providing hundreds of people, retail traders, to talk to about their retail trading who are going to be interested in your retail trading. That's a great mechanism, I think, just for sharing ideas and innovation and success. And it's going to be a blast from that perspective.
And it's not just based in London, June 17th in London. Talk me through how you found the venue. Why this was the venue you guys chose?
The venue's amazing, by the way. I mean, the other things that I used to drive me crazy really about some of the other trading events I went to, they're always kind of hotel rooms, they're all kind of rectangular, they're kind of soulless.
Mm-hmm.
And I love a venue that's got character, has got history, it's got tradition, and it's got places to discover and all those kind of things. So this venue, Church House Conference Centre, right in the middle of Westminster, right next to the Houses of Parliament. In fact, a bit of history on that. When Churchill was giving all these speeches in 1940 about we'll fight them on the beaches, that's where he was doing it from, not the Houses of Parliament, because the Houses of Parliament had been bombed. So it's got amazing history to it.
Fantastic.
And huge circular main room, and these other rooms off it, which are going to be having different aspects of things going on throughout the day. So, firstly, people are going to walk into that venue and think, "Wow, I'd normally have to pay to get in a venue like this to see it. It's amazing." And it is a truly remarkable place. But the beauty of it is that it gives us lots of flexibility to do and organize things in different parts of it. So there's an element of the discovery about it. Right, I need to go to room 2. I need to go to room 1. I need to go to room 4. And just the idea of moving around that space and being able to access different parts of the content, but at the same time be surrounded by this absolutely stunning venue, which is like something straight out of Harry Potter. It's amazing. It's just going to wow people. And I just think it's all part of the experience. You make it, one of the things I've learned a long time ago about events, make it memorable, make it something that you can say, that was truly outstanding. What a venue, what content, what an ability to meet with all the people I wanted to meet with. It's got all of those things are going on. And that's what makes us really excited about it.
Yeah, I was going to ask whether it was a tough decision to choose the event, but it sounds like as soon as you walked into that building, you were sold, and that was the place that it should be. Which when I read that was where we were, and I had to look into it, I was thoroughly impressed. I was like, wow, this is going to be outstanding. But the reason I was bringing that up is because while we are based in London for this event, this is attracting an international crowd. This isn't people who are only in the UK attending this event. We've seen people buying tickets from all over the world and all excited to come together. And it goes back to that networking aspect, that in person. Yes, we can chat like we are right now remotely, but it's not the same as shaking your hand and talking in person. And the ability to do that in London is just going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, can't wait. And I'm sure, and this will be a fantastic success. Can't wait for it to happen. And I think we'll start thinking about, hey, where do we go next? But it's
Mm.
but yeah, great place to start. The truth is, I'd seen that venue a few years ago and thought I want to do something here, but I can't think about what works best for me because my B2B shows probably wouldn't fit there. And then,
Mhm.
of course, we had a conversation with the Fivers about this event. Thought I know the perfect place, so I took the guys over there. They were wowed by it, and it's yeah, it's a stunning venue.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to see all the color and everything else that we've got arranged for that day. And the big, I've heard there's F1 simulators, there's
Yeah,
VR, there's a
yeah.
bit of technology, a bit of fun in there. What's going on there?
Hey, and loads of competitions as well. I mean, we've got some key
Yeah,
competitions taking place with some serious prizes happening.
yeah,
Thanks to
yeah,
the
we
Fivers.
do.
So, hey, just people people won't have a chance to get through it all. I mean, this is the challenge for people. But hey, it's a great challenge. Uh, Brilliant content, brilliant entertainment, brilliant diversions, access to things they've probably never had access to before. It's just going to be the must attend event. I think.
Ken, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, your comments on this event, and everything in which we can look forward to in June. June 17th in London, everybody. That's tradersday.live. You can head to tradersday.live. The link will be in the description. Get yourself a tickets. I believe there's only about 100 left. They're really going quite quickly. So,
This is really gone off the shelves quickly. This has, but you know, when you create something different, something new, something innovative, and something fresh, people dive on it, and I can't wait to meet everyone. It's going to be great.
it's going to be a pleasure. Thank you very much, Ken. Enjoy your day. And guys, head to tradersday.live and get your tickets now.